Good morning, friends. Thought today we would give you a tour of our quilt shop. So our quilt shop it has its own little building on our property. I like it this way. I used to have a 6,000 square foot shop, and I was having a rough time finding balance. So we did this, and I am tickled because now I can set people up to come in when it's convenient for me. So we have a little over, I'll do a real quick zoom and then we'll show you. We have a little over 4,000 bolts of fabric. We have 2 long arm machines. We have a soap division, if you will, and a candle division, if you will. And it's all run pretty much out of this shop. And this is one of my happy places. When I'm not gardening, I'm usually quilting or making soap or making candles. So we have all of our fabrics, well, most of our fabrics are arranged by color. A lot of the quilts that you see on the wall, and I'll show you the pile, we have hundreds of quilts that are completed, and I really need to update the samples that we have hanging. I just threw some up on the walls based on the colors at first, and I haven't switched them out since because it's kind of a pain to get around the fabric to do that. So we have, I'm very OCD, if you can't tell. It goes red, orange, and then the pink, and then the purple, yellow, green, all the way back through there. I do keep my Kim Deal separate. There's our creams. So there's our 30s reproductions down there. We have all of our blues. Here we have our books, are alphabetical. And then on the top, we have our paper pieced, a bunch of our paper pieced, and our Quilt Smart patterns. And then up here, you can see we do candles from wine bottles. So it's my civic duty to empty those bottles so Hubs can cut them for me and I can make candles with them. I'm being funny in case you don't know me that well. So there's some more of our quilts. And as you come back here, these are all batiks. They're hand-dyed Bali batiks. And then we've got we try to keep our blacks and whites together, our grays and our regular blacks, the browns. And these are what we call novelties. So those are all just fun prints. Note that if you are a Chicago Bears or Pittsburgh Steelers or Philadelphia Eagle fan, we do have that wider fabric available. And of course, we have to have Ohio State fabric here. Otherwise, it's just wrong. A lot of patriotic things going on here. And then we'll come over this way. I'm trying not to make you dizzy. So we love the Superior So Fine thread. That's what we use to long arm with. And it's also what we sell. And we sell it on the cones or in the spools. There's those batiks again. We have 3 levels of those. And then these are some of the quilts that we have on our website. I really need to get more of them on there. These are all quilts that we have for sale. And then the Razzle Dazzle, which is shiny threads. It's really fun to use, especially to do couching with. And those are all by Superior as well. And then here we have our latest, greatest favorite. These are solids. So I'm working on a pattern that I want to make out of those. And then yellows and greens. And then over here are more quilts for sale. One day I'll have to set up the big camera and do a video just of a bed turning with all my quilts, because it'd be kind of fun, because we have a bunch more quilts in the house as well. These are all the homespuns. And then over here we have our wool spinner. We have lots of wools, both cut as fat quarters. And then we also have yardage over there. And then if you'll notice, we have a stove. That's for candles and soap making. And then here's our kitchen. And that's for candles and soap making. So this is a lot of our candle scents. We have lots of them. There you go. We only use all natural essential oils and regular oils when we make our soap. But our candles, we do have fun with the different scents. You can see all that. That activated charcoal is the bomb. I use that to make a charcoal soap that I love how it turned out. All right, so over here we have a bunch of our soaps that are made up and already cured and wrapped. So as you can see, like this particular soap, this is cafe latte soap. This is great for gardener's hands, or if you have a husband who gets grease on his hands and it kind of stains, it's great soap for that. And that's actually got coffee in it. But the rack behind this is just all of our, you can see, not very well, that's all of our oils. So we just stack the racks on top of each other to keep them out of the way. I try to keep that kind of tidy, but I don't like a lot of things sitting out. So here we have a couple of our fabric lines just kind of grouped together at first, and then they'll go out into their respective colors. And this is all Joe Morton. We are getting ready to have a big sale on Joe Morton, I believe. It's harder to get rid of older inventory. Like we have a lot of Thimbleberries fabric still when you're online. 80% of what we do is online. Everything we do here at the shop is by appointment. And, you know, it's hard to drive people to those sale events when it's online. And that's the wool by the bolt. More quilts at the bottom. We sell the hangers from Ackfeld. Then a bunch of candles. Just more quilts. There's our little cash register. Some more quilts that came in the mail. There's our So Fine thread, the superior thread, and the spools. More quilts over there. And this is one of the 2 long arm machines. This is the one that I drive. And I'll show you the quilt that I've got on there right now. You can also see a close-up on the quilting I did on that one. That's a custom quilt. And here's the one I'm working on. She's going to be a gem when she's done. I'm so close I can taste it. That right there is the bottom of it. I just have to make time to be out here and finish it. So that's the long arm machine that we call Gammy. She's the one I drive. More quilts. More quilts. These are actually more like table runners, baby quilts, that kind of thing. Then we have about 75 bolts. I think that was our last count of wide backs, and that's what all of this is. And then we have more quilts that are done that we've hung back there. Some of the wool projects that we've done. This is all the elastic we have left after all that mask making. These are quilts waiting to be quilted. And then underneath, we have all of our batting. I store them. You can kind of see it. It's not the most prettiest of pictures. I store them by size, by what they are. We carry Quilter's Dream battings. And this is Gabby. And Gabby is our computerized machine. I was actually getting ready to load a customer quilt when I decided to reshoot this video. So let me come around here so I can show you. So what I do is the computer will show me where it's at and what we're doing. There's the pattern that we chose. There's the sizes, and I can adjust this. So if you look, you can barely see, hang on here. This is a better place. This is a row. You can, oh, look at my gardener fingernail, plus I have paint. You can tell what I'm doing today besides long arming. but there's a line in there. And so if I adjust the vertical spacing on it and the horizontal spacing, I can make it so that you really can't tell between the rows. So there you go. That's our quilt shop. So we have a 1-week turnaround on all of our all over quilts. If you're interested in us quilting a quilt for you, or if you are interested in buying fabric or any of the quilts that we have for sale. We also have other things on there. We have tea towels that we do on our embroidery machine and some other things, table runners. That's on our website, which is quiltweb.net. So our parent company name is Appalachian Mercantile, but we also have Appalachian Art Iron, which is the Hubs' stuff, and I need to load more of his on his website. Then we have Appalachian Quilts, which is obviously this. We have Appalachian Bath and Body, which is the candles and soaps. And that's where you'll find things like the loofahs when I'm selling them from the garden, if I've got any left that I haven't used in soaps. And then, let's see, Appalachian Bath and Body, Appalachian Quilts, Appalachian Art Iron. I think that's got everything. So check us out. We also have a Facebook page. And then now we have started this YouTube page. Oh, look, you can see my screensaver. My runway lights. I told Hubs, if nothing else, I needed to have a lot of lights. And there we go. You've now had the official tour. So if you want to come in and shop, just shoot us an email. Our email is in the links. And we're happy to bring you through and help you out any way we can. Until the next time, be blessed and be a blessing. And we'll see you after we finish these kitchen cabinets.